Hi, I'm Rebecca Richards, and I'm going to be talking today about 10 reasons for conscious spiritual women to like online dating apps. And this is despite the horror stories and the negative perspective that many women have and that get bandied around. So I'd really love to dispel some of that. The first one is that the Knot 2019 Jewelry and Engagement Study found that 22% of spouses are now meeting online. So, this stat means that online dating is the number one way couples meet, and there is no longer the stigma attached to online dating that there may have been a decade ago or even 5 years ago. So, it really kind of has a success. The next one is when we show up in the online dating market. Yeah, I know it's horrible to think of it as a market, but it kind of is, right? We get immediate access to potential partners from all walks of life. While 1/5 of couples meet through mutual friends, online dating opens your horizons and widen your net. So if you have exhausted this pool of potential matches within your community and amongst your friends, then this just really opens up another door. So, number three, if you're a woman looking for a long-term relationship with a man, some stats really are in your favour. So, despite the horror stories of, men just wanting hookups and all of that sort of thing, 40% of straight men online are genuinely looking for a long-term relationship. So if you have dug deep and if you have consciously prepared for your dating experience, you can optimize your chances of meeting a great potential long-term partner. You really can. So another one is number 4, that women also get way more matches and messages than men. While this may be a bit overwhelming at times, if you are clear about what you want, so again, if you have done your conscious preparation and you've got a sacred dating strategy and you don't give up on yourself, you are in an empowering position of really being a queen, gracefully kind of sifting through your potential partners and being able to choose someone who is really a right match for you. Another thing to like about online dating is that it is also empowering because we get that immediate access to potential partners. We no longer stay in that powerless position of being suspended in the void, waiting for him to arrive and wondering where all the good partners are. Also, while it takes skill and self-understanding, when you consciously prepare for your future relationship, when you heal and release from your past relationship hurts and create the inner conditions that will ensure that you'll attract the right potential mates to you, you can quickly laser in on the most exciting potential partners you want to meet. So you don't have to spend endless hours messaging people who are not suitable, who might not show up for dates, who ghost. Now, of course, those kind of things happen, but within a conscious dating preparation process and your sacred dating journey, you don't have to get really pulled down by those things. And I do talk about that and teach my clients a different heart and mindset around those kind of disappointing things that happen too. So online dating requires we move outside our zones of comfort. And this is a good thing, right? We get the chance to grow our skills of creating connection, communicating authentically, being playful, accessing our diamond essence boundaries and expressing them in ways that will be more likely to create connection than disconnection. So these skills that you develop along the way will contribute to your ability to create and sustain a loving long-term relationship with the right partner for you. Also, with a conscious dating perspective, which includes taking deep care of yourself and becoming the loving custodian of your inner child, the online dating process can help us recognize our deepest relationship hurts. Now, you might think that doesn't sound like a good idea, right? But for example, the kind of things like ghosting that happens, it can be a really big challenge for so many of us in that space. But I see that even these potentially, sort of painful experiences that happen, again, with the right approach, a conscious, sacred dating approach, we can utilize those experiences. They help us to see where we already have old hurts from the past. And we can actually, again, with sacred inner work tools and practices, heal the abandoned, lost inner child in us that gets really activated. So we don't have to take those things so seriously. So even though the experiences on the outside are difficult, we can turn that around and make it work in our favour and help us heal and grow. So while there are unpleasant experiences that might happen along the way, with the right skills, with your conscious, sacred dating approach, the skills of your sacred inner work, you really can have a lot of fun. Meet new people and have interesting experiences that you wouldn't have if you're sitting at home kind of waiting for someone to arrive on your doorstep, right? So that means that you really are way more in charge of the process than you might otherwise really think you are. And you can experiment with different ways of showing up. So this again helps you to expand and broaden your capacities and learn about yourself too. The last one I wanted to mention is that the people who meet online, studies show, are way more likely to progress to marriage within 3 years compared to people who meet in other ways. So if you are looking for a long-term commitment and marriage, particularly if you're feeling that fertility urgency, then you're really in the right place with online dating. And it's thought that because there are many people very serious about meeting someone online, and there's a whole sifting process that you can go through, and conversations open up in ways that might not otherwise open up in a more kind of otherwise, the old-fashioned way of meeting people in your social circles. I hope that's given you some inspiration today. I'd love to hear from you. Please email or message, and I look forward to talking or showing up here again soon. Thank you. Bye.